Putting them together. All three views are critical for a business to function successfully with the creator mindset. It may be tempting to stay in the view you are most comfortable in, but to master the task of infusing creativity into your business, you must have visibility into all three. Most of us are comfortable in only one of the views, and usually that view is the execution, the electron microscopic view. It is the view where we feel that most things get done, and it's tempting to think that it's the most important view. However, you must have visibility in all three sections. All three views are forever connected. You can't dwell only in the area that is most comfortable for you, which far too many business owners and folks in their careers do. Just as a symphony needs the entire score of music to be moving, you can't pluck one note from the score and expect it to be profound. It has no meaning on its own without being part of the whole ecosystem, the entire experience. Now that we know the individual items of the Trinity of creativity, concept, idea, and execution, the question becomes, how can we use this to enhance creativity? Let's use an example to go along with the work you're doing. Let's pretend you own a pizza restaurant and work to identify all three of the pieces of the Trinity. The concept could be something like sustenance or nourishment. For this example, we will pick sustenance. Remember, this is the highest level view of your product or service. If the concept is sustenance, the idea would be something like food, or if you are a healthy pizza restaurant, low-fat food or gluten-free food. Let's go with food for now. For the last piece of the Trinity, the execution could be something like a medium garlic meat superfan pizza that features sausage, pepperoni, meatballs, bell pepper, onion, and tomato basil sauce, finished with a cheesy stuffed crust. It's the specific laser-focused execution that follows the concept and the idea. Let's make creativity happen. Now that we understand the Trinity of creativity, let's start to make creativity happen. We're not going to wait around for inspiration to strike. We're going to create actively. Let's start by getting personal. Look at what you have written down and circled. The Trinity will enable you to develop new products creatively, innovate new ways, and solve problems. It can be used for anything that plagues your business or career as a reliable formula to spark creativity. Now let's dive deeper into what you wrote down for the execution. We start with the execution because that is the most finite adjustment we can make, subtle yet effective. Any adjustments at the execution level give us subtle shades of new creative ideas where we need to start before bringing in the bigger guns of the idea and the execution, where changes become more pronounced. Stare at what you have written for the execution long and hard. Are alternatives popping into your head? That's creativity at work. Let your mind consider the variations and alternatives that pop up as you stare at what you have written without letting self-doubt creep in. Don't let ugly thoughts such as self-consciousness and worrying about what others may think stop you from writing down every single idea that pops into your head. Don't overthink, but quickly consider what else comes to mind as variations on or alternatives to your execution and write them down. What you are doing here is coming up with subtle variations and alternatives that are based on your existing execution. These subtle changes in the execution offer you the seedlings of potential new creative products or even new directions in your career. The very act of focusing on your execution and allowing your mind to come with alternative variations is creativity beginning to work. Don't block it. You're not waiting for inspiration to strike. You are making it happen. While you are proposing alternatives to and variations on your execution, you are activating the primordial mind that once championed creativity above all. But you can't stop there. Next, let's look at the idea. Any tweaks here yield grander adjustments in creativity. Follow the familiar pattern of looking at the idea you wrote down, letting your mind wander and writing down any alternatives or variations that pop into your head. Again, don't think too much. Just explore what ideas pop up for you. There is no wrong answer and no pressure. Finally, let's do the same thing with the concept of your business or career. Tweaks here will yield significant changes. Take a look at what you have written down and come up with one or two alternatives that are related to your concept. Write them down so that you can generate options and allow creativity to take hold. The work we just did enabled the creative mind to shut out the analytical mind so that it could actively practice doing creativity. In that creativity, innovation, new products, or different services will be revealed. How? By identifying the execution, you should creatively enable slight variations on your product, service, or career goal, slight changes in the meaning of your product or service to you and the customer, subtle changes in how the product, service, or career goal works. By identifying the idea, you should creatively enable significant variations on new innovative products or services to take to market, considerable improvement opportunities, a distinct and refreshed approach to existing problems. By identifying the concept, you should creatively enable radical changes to your product, service, or career, extraordinary departures from your current path, major momentous shifts in your completely new and refined product, service, or career. Writing out your trinity of creativity may save your business, make your foundation stronger, or even launch you into profitability levels you've never seen before. It also may make your career great again. Each time you're stuck, no matter what the issue, complete this exercise. Each time you are frustrated by lack of promotion or advancement, use the Trinity. Heck, why not use it every quarter to keep fresh and nimble? The work you do with the Trinity can be a way for you to look back and see how far you have come. Also, you can run the Trinity as a group, allowing your coworkers or staff to come up with different responses for each step of the concept, idea, and execution. I use this exercise almost daily because it's so powerful in its ability to keep up with change and keep you fresh and relevant. And it's also one of the most popular requested workshops because its powerful process allows for endless creativity to be generated by anyone.